I'm Joe Johnson, as we launch into another edition of Beatle Brunch, a celebration of the greatest group in rock history, featuring the songs and stories of the Fab Four on stage, backstage, and in the studio. As we look back on Beatles manager Brian Epstein, who died of an accidental drug overdose, August 27, 1967. Now we're up to our in-studio segment. Once again, I invite musician Tim Piper to join me to help tell the Brian Epstein story on guitar. Tim will be our special guest on our Beatles cruise, February 1st through 8th, on the Allure of the Seas. Can't wait, Tim.
Hey, Joe, that's right. I'm looking forward to co-hosting a couple of live Beatle Brunch shows right on ship. Plus, I'll be performing my John Lennon show, Just Imagine. So, let me tell you something about Brian Epstein, all right?
Sure.
The thing about Brian, Joe, is that he was born to upscale Jewish parents, Harry and Malka Epstein. And by the way, Malka means queen in Hebrew, and that's why Harry called her Queenie, and that's where she got the nickname. He had a flair for the arts, and he actually joined the Royal Academy for Dramatic Arts to train as an actor in Liverpool, and he passed the audition, but then found out that he wasn't really cut out for showbiz. So he ran the parents' furniture stores and then eventually North End music stores, NEMS, where he discovered the Beatles. What about Brian Epstein and his brother Sam, working in a coal mine, doing what I am, and his brother Andy putting out the fire, and his mother Queenie, but she's the queen of them all.
Wow, what song is that?
Well, that little bit is called Brian Epstein Blues, sung by John Lennon as an outtake from the White Album sessions after Brian's tragic death in 1967 due to an accidental overdose of sleeping pills and drink. With Sgt. Pepper, Brian knew that the Beatles were not going on tour anymore, and he felt dismayed in the fact that they may not need him as they did before when it came to travel arrangements, dressing, what have you. Brian even wrote a letter regarding the Sgt. Pepper cover saying, release this in a brown paper bag. You keep all your money in a big brown bag inside a zoo. What a thing to do. Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man too. Brian had a very unfortunate life in the fact that not only was he Jewish, but he was homosexual. And at the time he met the Beatles, believe it or not, homosexuality was illegal in Britain. So he literally had to hide his love away. Everywhere people stare, each and every day, I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. You know, Joe, the thing about Brian is that he always gave the Beatles his unconditional love, and it showed. And in the words of Paul McCartney himself, if anyone was the fifth Beatle, it was Brian. Enough said.
Tim, thanks so much. That was great.
Joe, thanks again for allowing me to be a part of Beatle Brunch. See you on the cruise.
That cruise will be February 1st through 8th on the Allure of the Seas. Also featuring Beatlemania Live, playing some private shows for the Beatle Brunch group. Book today at the lowest price while you can. Call Angela at 877-291-1952 or click through at brunchradio.com. Brought to you by the Beatle Brunch Club. It's the place where Beatle fans get together to listen to the show on demand, with deluxe tracks not broadcast. Plus, go back in time and hear old brown shows, Beatle Brunches from 20 years ago today and before. Join up for just pennies a day at brunchradio.com.